I think what's happening is a clear Palestinian response to unprecedented level of Israeli settlers' attacks on Palestinians, unprecedented level of Israeli attacks on the Aqsa Mosque, and unprecedented level of killing Palestinians. Since the beginning of this year, 248 Palestinians were killed by Israeli troops and settlers, including 40 children. And the world community has done nothing to stop an occupation that has become the longest in modern history. 56 years of occupation, 75 years of ethnic cleansing. And the world community has been silent about this. I see on your screen that Britain is saying that Israel has the right to defend itself. Well, fine. What about the right of Palestinians to defend themselves? We are the ones who are under occupation. We are the ones who are under siege. We are the ones who were displaced in 1948 with 70% of the Palestinians forced to be out of their land, of their homeland. And we are the ones who are under oppression. So what you see today is a reaction to all this oppression. But it definitely took Israel by surprise. It has shown that the mighty Israeli power, which has more than 200 nuclear heads.
So, well, you've explained how you see Hamas's reasoning. Oh, apologies.
Resistance.
Apologies for interrupting there. I think your line dropped out for a moment. You were explaining there what you think is behind Hamas's reasoning for this attack. Israel clearly furious about this. They have talked about the scale of it. They say that Palestinians fired 2,500 rockets at Israel. They talk about infiltrations from paragliders on the sea and ground. And they say they will retaliate. They're talking about thousands of reservists being called up. The Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, says we are at war and we will win. What do you think will happen next?
Well, if Israel chooses to go into a more escalation, it will cause a very big explosion in the area. The force on Gaza, they killed more than 5,000 Palestinians in these attacks, and they destroyed most of the infrastructure in Gaza. This did not stop Palestinians from resisting. As well as the normalization with some Arab countries, it could not marginalize the Palestinian issue. The way out of this situation is very simple. It's with Israel ending the occupation, the illegal military occupation of Palestinian land, allowing Palestinians to be free from occupation, allowing them to live in peace, in real just peace. But to continue to oppress Palestinians and expect a different attitude, I think, is wrong. On the other hand, if Israel chooses to escalate more, they are running a very dangerous game, and we could end up having a second front opened in the north. And Israel could find itself in a war also with Hezbollah and with Lebanon. That is a very real possibility, plus an intifada in the West Bank. The way of ending violence is not more violence. The way to end violence is to accept the rights of the people who are under oppression, who are under occupation, and who have the right to be free. I don't think Netanyahu will do that, although it's finished after this huge Israeli failure. But I think the Israelis themselves should ask themselves, why did they choose people like Smotrich and Ben Gvir, the most extreme, those who call themselves fascists. And most Palestinians have one of three options, either to immigrate or die or accept a life of subjugation to Israelis. What you see today is Palestinian reaction, resistance, because everything else failed. Peace processes were stopped. Israel refuses even to negotiate with Palestinians. Israel refuses even to meet with Palestinians, and carried the map of Israel, showing that it includes all of the West Bank, all of Gaza Strip, all of the Golan Heights that are occupied, and practically declared the annexation of Palestinian territories. So, of course, what does the world expect? The Palestinians would sit down and accept to be slaves of a system of apartheid in the 21st century? That is impossible.
Mustafa Barghouti, your line has been going a little bit, but we certainly got the gist of what you were saying. We appreciate your time today. Thank you.